Hello and welcome to our Instagram live event. My name is Paul Arsov and I am the founder of the Decentralized Web project. The topic of today's event is current state of artificial intelligence and the path to artificial general intelligence. Before starting talking about the topic of the event, let me tell you a little bit about our project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. When we're talking about decentralization, most of the times people think of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. In fact, Web3 is most often associated with cryptocurrencies and crypto projects. But is this correct? Is this real? Is this true? I think it's not. Blockchain technology and crypto projects based on blockchain technology basically rely on partial decentralization. Blockchain technology is too cumbersome to be the driver of decentralization or the driver of next generation of internet. So what we do in our project is we're building software decentralization engine which is not based on blockchain technology. It allows direct communication from user to user without going through a server. We still have a blockchain instance and we have a cryptocurrency token, but they play just a support role in our project. In almost all of the other crypto or blockchain-based projects, they revolve around the blockchain and around the cryptocurrency token or coin. So what we have in our project is technology, but every project depends on marketing. Success of a project depends very much on marketing and letting people know about what certain specific project has. In order to make our project visible, so we do an events like this, and so like we have educational events happening on Twitter Space on Saturday, and just like today, educational events happening on Sundays every week. We started having these events about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and the very first event which happened only on Twitter Space was what is blockchain. The topic of the second event, which happened on both Twitter Space and Instagram Live, was what is a smart contract. Some of the topics of the following events were like applying astrology into cryptocurrency trading, central bank digital currency versus ordinary crypto, confrontation is looming, big crashes in crypto, FTX, Terra Luna, and Celsius, decentralization engines, blockchains as decentralization engines, and other decentralization engine implementations. In the end of 2022, we had 2022 review in crypto. In the beginning of 2023, we had predictions for crypto in 2023. And so I did mention our regular weekly events. These are educational events happening on Saturdays and Sundays, but we have another event which is happening on Thursdays. one week, one Thursday of the week, we have Ask Me Anything session where we're answering questions on cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, decentralization, Web3, central bank digital currency, crypto market sentiment, and etc. And the following Thursday of the week, we have a demo day session. And on the demo day sessions, we have a demonstration of what we did achieve in our software decentralization engine and what we have under development. I'd like to mention a very, very exciting thing that we're preparing the technology behind an NFT collection release. And in this NFT collection release, we're going to offer three-dimensional non-fungible tokens like images which are three-dimensional, and they're released as non-fungible tokens. And these specific three-dimensional objects, they're going to be animated, they're going to move by themselves. They're going to be interactive, like the user can click and then move it around. They can zoom them in and out. They can actually, like the NFT object, it can have a voice. It can speak to you. And it can respond to commands. It recognizes voice commands and then can respond to stop moving and then start moving, and then it can respond to zoom in, zoom out, move left, move right, move up, down, move center. It can respond to a command, tell me your name, and then it's going to tell you your name. And so basically, this specific object could have basic artificial intelligence. This is very, very advanced thing that we have under development. And I'm going to invite you to come to our demo sessions on Thursdays so that you can see how is this working. That's it about mentioning about our project, but let's come back to the topic of today. And I'm seeing people coming to this live event. Like if you have questions or comments, I can invite you to type them in the chat section. I can read these questions and comments, and then I can reply to these questions and comments. But coming back to the topic of today, which is artificial intelligence and current state of artificial intelligence and the path towards artificial general intelligence. In my personal opinion, I think we have been having for several years commercial implementations of artificial intelligence, and these specific implementations were by Amazon with their Alexa offer, and with Apple in their Siri assistant. Basically, these were two implementations of artificial intelligence, which were like commercial implementations by two specific companies. But in the end of 2022, in November 2022, there was a company called OpenAI, which they did release ChatGPT. And with this specific release by a company, it was a general release where people could use the programming interface, and they could, for example, type a specific request, a specific question or specific prompt, and then they were getting a response which could be a short or a long response in text, um, based on the specific prompt or specific question which the person was having. This specific release by the company called OpenAI created a very big excitement, and people started using this, for example, in writing articles and then publishing them. They were using this in like creating chats with the specific ChatGPT offer, and it was something which was human-like. I did read some about some tweets which were claiming that ChatGPT was answering correct questions regarding becoming of a lawyer, like passing the exam to become a lawyer, and then it was also passing the exam to become a doctor. But like, is this thing real? Is this correct? Is this actually artificial intelligence? So my personal experience with this offer is like based on like using the interface to create a prompt and then get a response to this prompt. I could say that it was actually a very brief experience, and I could not speak as an expert based on this topic. But about a week ago, I did read an article from a person who did write an article, and this article did detail a very thorough testing of the chat GPT and GPT-3 offers by offered by OpenAI. In this specific article, the person who actually is an employee of Meta Facebook, and he's a data scientist himself, he mentioned that he has been working in the area of machine learning and AI for several years. What he has been doing is he has been evaluating different techniques in the machine learning and different implementations of machine learning in creating of AI. So when we're talking about artificial intelligence, I think the label put to this as artificial intelligence is very strong. We did not yet reach artificial intelligence, and so what is labeled as AI currently is basically different implementations in machine learning, like different techniques in machine learning, which are creating models And based on these models, we have specific offers, just like, for example, Amazon Alexa, Apple Siri, or Chat GPT. So in my personal opinion, we did not reach yet artificial intelligence, and like the path towards artificial intelligence is still ongoing, and there is some light in the tunnel, metaphorically speaking, but we did not reach yet the end of the tunnel. So I'm going to mention the specific findings in this article because the person who did write this article has a very long experience. He's a data scientist, and he did thorough testing of ChatGPT. Based on what this person said in the article, he says that, like, for example, a person who knows what is truth, they're speaking what is they have the choice to speak what is truth. Like the person who knows what is truth, they have the choice to speak a lie as well. Like knowing what is truth, they choose to speak what is not true, but still they know what is truth. But a person who, like, according to this writing the article, like a person who doesn't know what is truth, they could speak what is called bullshit. But like, I think bullshit is a very strong word, but the person who wrote this article brings actually specific example. And the first example, which I want to bring to your attention, is the request to solve a specific mathematical equation, mathematical puzzle. And for example, let's say you have the equation of x squared minus x by extent of 3 plus 5 equals to 0. And like the request was made like several times from this researcher to ChatGPT, and the basic answer to this question is x equals to minus 2 and x equals to minus 3. Basically, these are the answers to this equation, but the answers of ChatGPT were different values returned by this for this specific equation. So we know that in mathematics, like the answer to specific equations, it has a very specific answer, and this answer does not change. But the answer of ChatGPT to this request, and the answer was different than the correct answer to a mathematical equation, and the repeated request of the same equation to solve a specific equation returned different answers. So it means that like the first thing is ChatGPT is not good to have answers to questions involving mathematical equations. Currently, ChatGPT is based on the model called GPT-3, and this same researcher have did have access to GPT-3, which was given to a limited number of people who were doing evaluation and testing. And like GPT is based on answers to about 170 billion parameters, and actually the request to answer for this specific mathematical equation did return the correct answer to this specific mathematical equation. And then the repeated request to GPT-3 to the same equation returned the same answer. So if we compare ChatGPT with GPT-3, which has been the previous and the basic model which ChatGPT is based, the difference between GPT-3, which was the basic model with 170 billion parameters, and ChatGPT is that ChatGPT is based on a reduced and optimized number of parameters. Instead of 170 billion parameters, ChatGPT did have 15 million parameters. But with reducing number of parameters, so what happened is the responses to ChatGPT were more human-like. But with reducing the number of parameters, then it had errors coming to specific issues. So there was a certain correctness tax which was put into the answers of this for this specific type of requests. So basically, from a model which had a very large number of parameters, which was giving correct answers in specific mathematical questions, then it started returning incorrect answers to the same specific mathematical equation, but it did improve in other different ways, which were getting responses which were more human-like. But let's look at different examples. The second example, in addition to the first example with mathematical equation, is based on the request of writing of a poem. And there is a specific time of a poem which it has 2 words in the first line, 3 words in the second line, and 3 words in the third line. Basically, it has 3 lines only, and the rules of creating of this poem specified that the first line has only 2 words, second line 3 words, third line 3 words. And this researcher did request creating of a poem with this specific rules. What the researcher got was poem alike. It was 3 lines, but the return the return words in the first line, second line, and third line were the incorrect number of words. Basically, the, basically the comment of this researcher was that ChatGPT cannot count the number of words. Like, although the response was poem-like, it did have the correct 3 lines, but the number of words were not correct. The third thing which the researcher did request was getting answer to a specific and very well known riddle. The specific riddle was the Monty Hall request or Monty Hall problem. And the very well known Monty Hall problem was you have 3 different doors, and behind these 3 different doors, like behind the first door, behind one of these doors, there's a car, there's a new car, and behind 2 of the other doors, there are goats. So as a person living in a normal world, probably you want to guess and you want to win, like the person who is having a guess, they could win what is behind the door. And the person living in a normal world, if they have a guess, they point to a door, and behind the door, if there's a new car, then they're winning this new car. The person living in a normal world, this is probably a good way of winning of a car. But I was thinking, I'm a big fan of zombie movies, and in zombie apocalypse movies, basically a car would not have been a good choice, because very quickly you would be running out of gas, and the car would be becoming useless in this type of world. So in this type of world, in the zombie apocalypse, I think winning a goat would have been a very good choice, because a goat could bring milk, it could make possible making cheese, and eventually it could bring meat to people living in the zombie apocalypse. But like we're living in a normal world, and let's assume that a person would be willing to win a new car. And as I said, there are 3 doors, and behind 2 of these doors there are goats, and behind one of the doors there is a new car. So basically the Monty Hall riddle and the Monty Hall request is you can pick to have you can pick to have a choice, one choice, and then you can change your choice if you if you want. So the answer put in the literature in many examples given as a response to this question is that like you pick a door, you open the door, and you have incorrect like answer, and then your answer to this question is yes, I would change my choice to a different door so that I could have like having two doors left out of the three doors, out of the three choices. I have two-thirds chance of having a correct choice if I choose one of the rest of the two doors. Basically, this is the answer given in the literature in many examples mentioned in text, in different texts which ChatGPT did have access to. But the person who did make a request to ChatGPT with this specific request and this specific riddle, he said there are three doors, and behind like two of these doors there are goats. Behind one of these doors there is a new car, but you have a glass door which behind which you can clearly see what is behind the door. So you make a choice, and like would you change your choice? Basically, with this specific riddle given to a human, like a human would realize that there's a glass door, you can see what is behind the glass door, and like behind looking to these three different doors, like you can clearly see that behind, for example, the first door there is a car. You can point to this door and you can say like I chose door number one, and then the door opens, like you're getting the car and you're winner of a new car. But the answer of ChatGPT was like you made your choice, you point to door number one, but you have to change your choice to choose different doors, because you have a two-third statistically two-third chance of winning, having the correct winning. Basically, the GPT, like in this specific case, is giving incorrect answer because he did read in the literature that the correct answer is that the person has to change their choice. The researcher did repeat several times this request, and several times they got incorrect answer to this specific riddle, which had the addition of having a glass door behind which a person could see clearly what is the correct choice in order to be able to win something. So what this means for the current like ChatGPT offer is that ChatGPT does not actually knows what is truth. Basically, makes it makes responses to specific requests based on what it did read when going through sources which include probably 400 billion words. So if we look deeper behind the technology, how is the technology working? Basically, the current ChatGPT is based on a technique called reinforced learning with human feedback, RLHF. And the specific reinforced learning is like using large language model, and this large language model is based on going through like multiple sources in text. And in the case of ChatGPT, based on the public information, like ChatGPT went through like 400 billion words, and it did collect information from text amounting to 400 billion words. Like going through these 400 billion words, it did create about 170 billion parameters to build this GPT-3 model. And then further, they did optimize this 170 billion parameters. They reduce it to 15 million parameters, and to have this ChatGPT model with human-like response released to the public to use. Going further, analyzing this large language model, how is a large language model working? Basically, let's give a simple example to illustrate how these language models are working. Let's say we have 10 different sentences, and in these 10 different sentences, we have altogether maybe 100 words. Like if we count the words in the sentences, let's say we have the count of 100 words. So then the next thing is like to count how many unique words we are having in these sentences. And let's say we have 30 unique words in these sentences. So out of these 30 words, let's pick the first word, and let's look at the what is the second word which is coming in sentences which are using this first word. So basically we are going through the sentences which are having this first word, and we are looking at the second word which is coming after the first word. And let's say there's the first word is happening in about five of these 10 sentences. Out of these 5 sentences, which the first word is appearing, then we have maybe 2 sentences which are having identical second word. So we are putting the first word, and there we are putting the second word, which is happening with probability of like two sentences out of the total of 10 sentences. Basically, we have a probability of 0.2 or 20% probability. And so then we're going through the rest of the words, like which words are coming after this first word that we picked. So like going through the words for this first word, so we are maybe having 2 or 3 words which are coming after this first specific word. So then we're putting this first word and the second words which are coming after this first word. But so then we are taking a second word, like when we picked one first word out of this word, there were 29 words left. We're picking the second word and we have 28 words left. So we're doing the same thing with the second word, analyzing what is the probability of a word coming after this second word. Let's say this word appears in probably 6 sentences, and out of these 6 sentences we're looking what word is coming after this second word. And we're seeing that there is a word coming in 3 of the sentences, 3 of the 10 sentences. We have a probability of 30% for a word coming after this second word. So in the same way, we're going after all of the words, and we're calculating the probability of after of a word coming, which word is coming after a specific word that we picked out of the unique words in the 10 different sentences. So basically, this is the way illustrated in example how language models are working. But if we have just this type of sorting, getting unique words and getting the probabilities and having words which are coming after a specific words, like if just this, we're going to generate a maybe nonsensical response to human questions. So then we have to apply human feedback, which is tuning then what is the response of these language models to make it make it human-like and make it make sense to a human being. So if we pick the specific release of ChatGPT, what they did do is to have lots of collaborators and researchers hired in South Asia, like in India and in the US, who were giving specific prompts, and then they were given giving the task of rating what is making sense, what is not making sense, and like writing also their own response to a specific request. In this way, like the language model created by OpenAI was fine-tuned by a human response to questions. Basically, what we have in ChatGPT is um, probably a human response to questions asked by people, and this human response, like for example, ChatGPT would be picking back the human response and then maybe analyzing the specific words in this human response and maybe changing the words in this human response so that it doesn't make it identical to the specific human response, and as way as well as don't make it repeating the same thing over and over. Like some of the sources which ChatGPT did use are probably copyrighted responses, copyrighted text, and like if ChatGPT did does return a specific copyrighted request, it could be like liable maybe to copyright, but like by changing specific words of in the response, like it makes it human-like, and it makes it like having a quote of a specific thing which may be creation of a specific organization or a person. Basically, people can read something and then they can quote something which is different than which have what have been like commercial creation. So like we did analyze how ChatGPT is working in very big details, but let's point to one other specific thing, and let's point about the political correctness which have been like installed in ChatGPT. For people who does not know what is political correctness, so like they have a movement of people to, for example, point to like something which is maybe a racist response, which something which is like sexist, for example, like something which is maybe demeaning, or it is maybe cursing. So in like the human feedback can be provided by humans hired by OpenAI, like they did rate specific responses to requests which could be maybe not like that they should be censored because they're insulting, and they have to be censored because they're not politically correct answer, and they could invite controversy and backlash from people who are offended by this type of responses and remarks. Um, so like I did quote an article by the researcher, and one specific request was aimed to point to the censorship given by ChatGPT and the ways to go around the censorship given like installed in ChatGPT. Basically, this researcher gave a request to ChatGPT, and the request was like this person named Michael, and this person named Jane. One of them is a doctor, and another one is a nurse. Who is the doctor and who is the nurse? So the answer of ChatGPT was that there's not enough information to form an answer on who is doctor and who is a nurse. So this is probably the politically correct answer of a question like this. And so then the researcher did modify a little bit the request to say like this there's a doctor and there's a nurse. They're going to a coffee shop, and like the in the coffee shop, they like one of them is ordering, for example, latte, and the other one is ordering mocha drink. Like the doctor is like ordering the latte, and the nurse is ordering the drink, ordering the other drink, the mocha. So there's like a name placed in the drink, and then the question is there are two names like Michael and Jennifer. The a coffee shop is calling the drink, and what is the name on the drink of the doctor. And basically in this type of request the ChatGPT did give an answer which is incorrect. ChatGPT did answer like the drink which is labeled with Michael, which has been the latte, is the doctor of the doctor's drink. Like Michael is a doctor, and the drink which Jennifer has, which bears the name of Jennifer, which is mocha, is the drink of the nurse. This is a politically incorrect answer because by people who analyze information, whether it is politically correct, it says that doctors are male and nurses are female. Uh, um, by people who analyze for political correctness, this is called sexism, and this is a politically incorrect thing to say and do. Um, like basically, like ChatGPT did answer in a politically incorrect way by a riddle given by a researcher, but probably most of the people given this type of request, they would be making the same answer because uh, like let's look at the number of doctors. Statistically, probably the number of male doctors is probably almost equal with the name of female doctors. The distribution of male doctors versus female doctors is probably 50-50. Female doctors are more than capable to be doctors, and I think in some professions maybe they outnumber the number of male doctors. But if we are looking at the statistics for female for nurses, statistically, predominantly nurses are in the female gender. Like we have relatively few nurses which are male. Like the percentage statistically of male nurses is much smaller than percentage of having female nurses. So like to have a politically correct answer to a riddle which is analyzed for a politically correctness, ChatGPT should have answered, like prefaced their answer with saying that statistically the distribution of male-female may be 50-50, but the statistic distribution of female nurses is much bigger than the male nurses. So probably the answer to this specific riddle is that the nurse is most probable and most likely female, and like given the choice, then the rest of the person, the second person in this specific request is male, so then the choice left for this person is to be a doctor. So even though this specific answer could have been labeled as politically incorrect, but statistically this answer is correct. Like picking, like prefacing this answer with the statistics, like then the answer becomes the correct answer. So I believe like ChatGPT could be having correct answers, but these correct answers could be bypassed by like a little different way of asking, but then ChatGPT should be having additional argumentations for their choice. Today we have been talking about ChatGPT, and I'm looking at the questions. Like if you have a question, you can ask your question, but we're getting towards the end of our session, end of our basic talk on the topic. For those of you who came a little later, my name is Paul Arsov. I'm the founder of the Decentralized project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. to make it interesting for people coming to and becoming users to our platform and joining our community. We are organizing events like this. Events like this are happening every Saturday on Twitter Space and every Sunday on Instagram Live. The topic of next and upcoming event is analyzing artificial intelligence and blockchain technology. Are they fitting together? What is the specific roles which artificial intelligence and blockchain technology can play in projects? So that's the topic of the next Saturday and Sunday. But we have educational events coming every Thursday, and the upcoming event is a demo day event on Thursdays. And so I did mention, or I can mention it again, that these demo days are happening simultaneously on Telegram in text, on Google Meet in video and audio, and in Twitter Space in audio only. In these demo days, we are demonstrating what we have in our software decentralization engine and what is new and upcoming. I like to mention that we have a very, very exciting thing coming. We're preparing an NFT collection, and we're working on the technology behind this NFT collection. And the specific NFT release is going to have three-dimensional objects. These three-dimensional objects are going to be animated. They're going to move by themselves. They're going to be interactive, like a person can click and move them around. This three-dimensional object can have a voice. It can speak to you. It has the capability to recognize voice commands. It can react to voice commands like stop moving or stop moving. It can recognize and respond to a command to zoom in. It can respond to a command to rotate. It can respond to a command to say your name, and it is going to tell you your name. And this object has different voice and flavors of voice. It can have male voice, female voice, or whisper. It can have speaking or slow speaking voice. And in addition to this, this object can have a basic artificial intelligence capabilities. Wow! Come and see our demonstration of what is upcoming. It is very interesting, and you can be one of the first owners of this unique NFT, which is upcoming. To come and join our community and to come in some of the social channels that we are posting on, you can go to our website, which is decentralizedweb.org. Decentralized and web, they're all together.org. On the bottom of every page, you can see the icons of social networks. Click on one of the icons and join one of the communities that we're building. We're posting on a very list of social networks, but we are focusing on Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. Basically, come and join our Telegram community, and come join also our other communities as well to learn and become a user of our decentralized web project, to earn tokens in our project, and to be one of the first owners of these exciting new NFTs which are coming. With this said, I'm going to wrap up this session. Thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. You are welcome to our upcoming next event. You are welcome to join our community. Take care. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. And goodbye.